All right, should be live now. I'm not sure. Honestly, I didn't even bother thinking about fixing the. Bother fixing the. Huh? There's no. There's no music playing now. Can you guys hear me? Right? Hopefully. Austin, what's up, dude? Jeff, how you doing? Myself, Austin, what's up? Just trying to figure out how to one sec here. Just kick off the music so you guys can hear me, which is good. Hmm. See if this works. All right, there we go. I think we got this figured out now. So the music should be turned up a little bit, so it should be subtle. We can hear you. Good. You think You Are Luke will go up again? Honestly, I haven't been tracking Luke that closely. And luckily, we are on the right website. Kind of get that figured out. Let's see here. Personally, I kind of like using my NFT tracker, the Veve. We can go ahead and give that a try. Is there a short with that? Let's see. I haven't been tracking I know it pumped a lot. I mean, typically, whenever things start just like pumping like ridiculously, I kind of just let it go. Usually, like more often than not. I tend not to chase it. I just let it be. What's up, everyone? Dude, it's nice seeing everyone again. Smarty Pants, let's go. Austin, music on too? Okay, that's good. It's not too loud, right? I can maybe turn it down a tad so it's a bit easier to hear me. What's good? Okay, good. I do want to try one thing here real quick. What's good? All right, good. And my mic sounds fine. I just wanted to listen to myself. All right, so let's look at Luke. That's the rare. That's the secret rare. This is the ultra rare. What has this been doing? So I could probably turn down. It's just there we go. Perfect. Not trying to like blind you guys here. There we go. It's perfect. 7-day. The only thing I would say, the only kind of feedback I have about Veve is sometimes it feels a bit slow. Like I pull up something and it feels like sometimes it takes a while for it to really pull up. 30-day, yeah, I remember this thing ran up to like 365. Now it's back down to like 239. I don't know. I think if it starts getting closer to 200 again, some whales might be gobbling it back up. But I don't know, like ultra rare is in that weird middle position, you know? It's like not as scarce as the secret rare, but it's not as cool, or like obviously it's not animated like the rare. So it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of like that weird like middle child, you know, of the set, where it's not the scarcest thing where like you have to have one to complete the set like the secret rare, but it's not animated like the rare. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. If there was a time it was gonna pump, it was during, you know, May, you know, Star Wars month, but now it's past that at this point. Delilah, what's up? We vibing. Happy Aloha Friday. Thank you. It is great. And it's nice. I have a 3-day weekend, you know, because of Juneteenth. To be quite frank, I didn't even know that was like a holiday. Like I remember hearing about it last year, but I think it was like 1 or 2 years ago that actually became like a federal holiday, right? So pretty much like the markets, yeah, like the markets and everything are closed on Monday. So I'm not going to be working that day. But yeah, So excited for the weekend. Don't really have anything planned necessarily. Just kind of chill out. Maybe it'd be kind of cool to do a stream like, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Really depends on like what my friends have planned or what I have going on. Probably should wait till a big drop comes to buy. Yeah, that's my plan, to be honest, for I should probably type. That's my plan for something like Amazing Fantasy 15. I still don't own one. I'm not like in a huge rush to buy it because, to be quite frank, I do think the market could go down a bit lower just in general. I think a lot of people thinking like the next bull run's gonna happen like around Christmas this year, just in general, like stock market, crypto, NFTs, just like everything is gonna be running towards the end of this year, but we're not certain. Amazing Fantasy. Where's that 320 uncommon? Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Amazing Fantasy to get back down to around 300 or close to 300 before I kind of like actually pull the trigger on it. That's just me personally. ExecuSpeak, let's go. What's up, dude? Dude, I appreciate the emotes. I do need to update the emotes. Like, thinking back, like, dude, these emotes are a bit out of date. Like, we got Finn, we got Loki. But yeah, Amazing Fantasy 15 is one I still don't have. I know I've kind of brought it up pretty much every other stream. You guys kind of know that, right? Another platform I've been thinking about looking into is Cherry Charts, actually. I don't know if are they still even doing their thing? Kind of curious. Yeah, it's still up. It's still working. That is one thing I did plan on maybe starting as a like a login or at least like an account. I think you have to pay monthly for a Cherry Charts login, but like I do want to start tracking stuff a bit more closely, and also starting kind of doing some more indexes and stuff. I think it's kind of gotten to the point now where there's just too many collectibles on the platform. You know what I mean? There's just like too many, and I'd rather start doing things like an index where it's like, what is all of you know, Powerpuff Girls doing? What is all of you know, season 1 Batman Todd's doing? You know, because if you can track basically how well Todd is doing, and then dude, I already forgot all the names of all the. It's been so long. I actually kind of forgot a lot of the names of the season 1 like Batman Black and White collectibles. But if you basically turn all that first set, right, just put it all together and you just track how well they've been doing percentage wise, it's so much easier to kind of track that. And that was kind of my thing with like comics, like kind of doing like an index or something like that, because it's kind of hard to follow each and every one. But if people just kind of get a general sentiment of like, oh, it looks like just Star Wars in general, like everything Star Wars related is up a bit, right? I think people will be doing quick sales to cash out before wire closes. I did see that article like very, very briefly. Honestly, I didn't really read into it because again, I'm not like looking to cash out like anytime soon, so I didn't really look at like the wire article or anything like that Veve put out. Let's see. Envisioning alternative methods for payout despite the recent wire news. Rest assured. Oh, I didn't even look. Okay, that's because it wasn't even in the. What was the wire news? Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Gonna go see Flash movie tomorrow. Excited for that. I heard really good things about it. I haven't seen it, but I've watched like some spoiler warnings on it and stuff like that. I heard the last half of the movie's great. That's all I heard. That's not even like a spoiler, but I heard like the last half, it's just amazing. First half is like, of course, slow build up, that kind of stuff, but last half is really, really great. So I do want to see it. Maybe I'll watch it this weekend. See if I can get or someone to kind of go with me to go see it. Yeah, too many. That's why I focused my collection on Star Wars. Yeah. Data Marquez up vibes. And you know it's because it already cashed out. Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm already cashed out. I got everything in Doge Elon Musk. Or no, Doge Elon Mars. Dude, that coin's gonna pump any day now. Is that still a coin? Doge Elon Mars. Doge Elon Mars. Yeah, it's still a coin. Surprise. Suppose you find out at the end that the Flash's sled is named Rosebud. What? Flash's sled is named Rosebud. Huh. Didn't know Flash had a sled, but now I do. Don't know what that was. I was kidding. Yeah, of course I know. Let's see. Well, one nice thing happened. So a long time ago, I put in my what's it called? I put in my request to merge my accounts. I had my main account and one other account that had all my stuff. I put a request a long time ago, like a full 3 or 4 days before the cutoff. It never happened. I'm like, all right, I heard it could take like a week or something like that, whatever. Never got an email reply. I just kind of got busy with work and forgot about it. And then I reached out to support and I'm like, yo, dude, I put in this thing like forever ago. It still hasn't happened. And they're like, oh yeah, like we see something must have happened. We apologize. Just go on that account, click on merge. We'll go ahead and like get that going. And so finally I got my accounts merged. So before I didn't have my UR Vader or my common Vader. So now I got the whole Vader set. These 2 random Tesseracts I had. I don't even know why I bought these Ursulas a long time ago. Then it also added like 30 more comics to my thing. So yeah, I only had like 6 collectibles and like 30 comics that was added to my collection because of that merge. So collectible, like the only collectible I really wanted was those 2 Vaders. Like the other 2 I didn't really care about. I think it just kind of got intermingled. Like the 30 new comics I added, it just kind of got intermingled with everything else. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure if I looked, because I actually did take screenshots of all my collectibles, because I heard people were saying like, hey, when they did the merge, sometimes like some collectibles were missing or whatever, but I made sure I had like a almost like a ledger or just like a track record of like whatever I had before I merged it over. Yeah, I mean, it looks like I mean, I did see my total go up by 30 comics. I did keep track of that. So I had like 220-ish, and then I had like 256 after everything was said and done. So also the Flash and Tyler Durden were the same person the whole time. Okay. Austin says Nike possibly using their NFTs in Fortnite. Announcements was on their Twitter earlier today. Yeah, I thought I heard some about that even earlier than today, but there was like something going on with that. I'm not entirely sure. The whole, it really depends what these companies actually do with the whole NFT aspect of it. I think a lot of companies are actually already doing something similar to NFTs and like utility and all that stuff already, and they just don't realize it. And now where they're trying, like they're kind of dipping their toes in some of this like NFT stuff, it's just like not the same thing. Mr. Lives Man, up for the airdrop. Yeah, I mean, I got you talking about the gauntlet? Yeah, I got the gauntlet here. Got it. Should be showing up here. Yeah, there it is on the far right. So I didn't have a secret rare. I have Agamotto. I was definitely one of those people that didn't buy one, thought it was a waste. And then, of course, all the rumors started coming out about the gauntlet. And then once that happened, dude, that thing just took off. Dude, the biggest surprise was like the power orb and the like aether. The aether was I do eye of. I'm just kind of looking at it. I'm just kind of curious to see like how high this thing went the last like 6 months. So last year. Yeah, this thing peaked at 805. And I think this is around the time when the gauntlet was kind of like heavily teased. Or like when we started dropping more of the Infinity Stones. Yeah, dude, it's hard to believe that this thing was going for like 120 at one point. I mean, the thing did essentially a 7x from where it started. Like it's like a 6.5, 7x. Should I get the SR? You mean the SR of the Thanos, I can't afford it. Like, I'm not going to go after it because I can't afford it. I already know that thing's going to be probably north of a K, if I had to guess. Randy's coin 4chan was pumping today. Yeah, he's in 4chan. He's in Grumpy Cat. Yeah, I know he's in a few other ones too. I love Randy, but it's like his streams are kind of long, and like also like the times he streams too just don't marry up with like the times I'm like available to watch him and all that stuff. Good luck. Oh, 4chan, yeah. What was that Veve coin that was very famous? Omi? Rexer? Yes, sir. I actually bought some Omi for the very first time like 2 weeks ago when it was at like 0.0006, I think like 3 or something like that. Of course, like 2 weeks before it dipped, but yeah, I'm gonna start slowly dollar cost averaging into that. Now that I've actually learned how to do it, I'm definitely gonna be buying a bit more Omi, probably each month, putting a few hundred in there. Rafael Garcia, what's up, dude? Did you go for the flash drop this week on DC? I got a legendary. Dude, that's awesome. I got an uncommon. Dude, I still don't know how that DC thing works. Actually got it right here. So I know where I got this airdrop. I don't know why I got this green arrow #1 airdrop. I have no idea what that is. I landed the uncommon on drop. I was contemplating buying more, but I'm like, dude, this thing has unlimited mints. But all I know, kind of from that article thing that like the DC like team released, is that like the uncommon is the version that like is like the old school version, and there's like a Superman 1 involved. Like I still don't understand how it works. Honestly, they did a pretty terrible job of explaining it in the video, kind of how everything connects. So I'm not entirely certain why or how. All I know is that this seems like the best one to have. I mean, if the rare is less than the uncommon, and the uncommon is obviously the one that people want. I'm holding some Omi too. Let's go. My bad. I meant I'll be getting the SR airdrop tonight. Oh yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I'll be getting the ultra rare or whatever the non-battle Thanos one, which there's going to be a lot of. Honestly, I'm kind of contemplating flooring it. The Thanos, I realize, great story, airdrop, all that cool stuff. But at the same time, I mean, I like Thanos, but I'm not like obsessed with him. And to be quite frank, I'd rather just have more gems on hand to like potentially buy like Wolverine or Hulk, like comic or collectible when it comes out. Like the Hulk comic, first appearance, or Wolverine collectible or comic when that comes out. So I'd rather just kind of have more gems on hand. I don't know. Well, I'll have to definitely play it by ear. I'm not committing to it, but I'm kind of leaning that way. I got a legendary too on Flash. Crazy stuff. Oh, and this Flash one? Like this one? Yeah, this one's pretty cool. I got insanely lucky and landed a legendary Flash on drop. Dude, I was stoked. Barry Allen's my favorite character. And on top of that, what's the price going for that right now? Common, rare is 12, and common is 12. Which one is that? Showcase. We'll take a quick look here, then we'll jump back to Veve. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna cash out of the whole like Warner Brothers like platform too. I don't know. It's just way too slow, and there's just like not enough going on that platform. What's the legendary going for now? 315. Yeah, that's what I figured. When this thing was going for like 250, I'm like, dude, that is way too cheap. I mean, not cheap enough for me to buy like 2 or 3 more, but it's like I'm just happy to have the one. I'm just really curious kind of how this whole platform will pan out, how the comic books are going to be implemented, and you know, Veve and all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of curious how all this gets. Dude, I have a lot of comics on this account. I was kind of surprised. I think I looked at yesterday and I'm like, bro, I got a lot of comics. I got like a lot of stuff on this account. I was kind of surprised. And most of this I actually bought for like at retail or below, or I got like a good deal on it. Still got my cowl. Yeah, just a lot of comics on here. Cool. Apparently in the Discord, Amon said that they are allowing 2 purchases total per person. even if you own one comic in a specific rarity. I wish it was per owned, to be honest. Apparently, Discord mod said they are allowing 2 purchases total per person, even if you own one comic in a specific rarity. Yeah, allowing 2 purchases. So the purchase page, like over here, the code purchase, like over here. Also, I don't know why it says sale total 50. Like, there's probably guarantee you there's more than 50 people that bought this comic. Like, people are still like buying this. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not entirely. Yes, for future 5 drops connected to this one. Oh, to this one explicitly. So is it good to have all 5 collectibles or rarities? Can you even do that? Should I be buying the other rarities, or should I be doubling up or like tripling up on like the uncommon? I'm still like uncertain how it works. And do I get an airdrop? I don't know. People are just saying like it unlocks the drop, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. Anyway, we'll go back to Veve here. Anyone still holding unopened HRO packs for sets? No. Though I did see on Twitter that someone actually opened up a pack, not opened up a pack, but they found a season 1 pack at some random place, probably in like, you know, Pumpkin Nuts, Wyoming or wherever. I think it was at like a random Walmart, and they just found an unopened pack, and I'm like, dude, that's pretty big. I really think those packs could be like, I mean, not on par, but if we're talking like Magic the Gathering, like unopened or like Pokemon cards, like those very first packs that ever came out. I mean, HRO could be that thing. I mean, it's probably going to take 10 to 15 years for it to get to that point where packs are costing like, you know, dozens or hundreds of dollars, like per pack, like individual pack, right? Like retail value $6, you wait 10 years, now it's worth 60 or something. Could happen. You only need 1 of each, according to what the mod said, and you can buy 2. You can buy 2 of each week. Okay, you only need 1 of each, according to what the mod said. Buy 2 of each week, dude. That's like I get you're trying to help me out, but just that sentence alone just sounds confusing. So 1 of each rarity, what the mod said, and can buy 2 of each, and buy 2 of each week. Okay, so you can buy on the purchase screen. You can buy 2. At most, depending on which rarity you have. I think that's what you mean. Me, I'm holding season 1 pack sealed, mega and sand boosters. Let's go, dude. I thought about that. I thought about just like ordering a pack and just like keeping it sealed, but I'm like, dude, I don't trust myself to like. I move too much here and there. Like, I don't own a home or anything like that, so it's like I don't trust myself to like find a like dry shaded place or anything like that. Like, it can't get water damage, can't be too dry, can't get sun damage, can't have bugs or other stuff kind of, you know, encroach on it. So I'm like, I just don't trust myself to like keep it unopened in like pristine condition and like all that stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna open it, sell the digital versions, cash out. Like, I think I definitely ended up making more money with the cards, or at least like the digital, like selling the digital cards actually paid off the physical. So I still have the physical stuff. I do have a legendary. Is it legendary? No, it's a legendary dark side or whatever, like card. It's not a unique mint number or anything like that, but it's like 3,000 something. A few packs still. Let's go. I'm holding all my season 1 sealed. Yes, sir. BV Wheels, what's up, dude? How you doing? So what are you guys focusing on right now? Like on Veve? Like, because right now it's kind of a slow period, right? Like, no big new announcements, nothing much happening. We just have this like Ron English like monkey thing going on. I mean, I think they look okay. I'm not gonna spend $25 on it. They look kind of goofy. I'm not gonna care to go for it. And there's actually like quite a few mints in the grand scheme of things. Like, yeah, this secret rare has like 576 mints, but I think these two have. Oh yeah, these are all 576. And then these ultra rares, 1,000. So there is roughly what? 3,000 Yeah, there's about 4,500 of these. Probably a bit more. Like 4,600 of these total. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot for like a Marvel drop, let alone like an independent artist kind of drop. So what's up, Daniel? Not much here, just heading home. Hearing? Yes, sir. Focusing on MCP, holding gems. I'm kind of in that same boat, Invisible Digital, kind of holding gems. I'm just waiting for, I've been also like liquidating a lot of stuff that I kind of had doubles of, or certain collectibles. I'm like, you know, I just do not like this as much as I thought I did. There's quite a few things I liquidated. The one thing I'm probably going to liquidate soon is probably this Velcana or whatever that's called. Probably liquidate that soon. I mean, I probably bought it way too soon or late or whatever, kind of too high. I could probably sell it now and maybe break even or like lose a couple gems, but I just do want those gems back. Also, there's a couple things I was kind of buying just for like MCP points or just stuff I just didn't really want. Like a lot of these things, like I don't really care about the Queen or Mike Wazowski. Mike Wazowski. The AMC like T-Rex thing. Dude, I remember I got super lucky on these AMC things because I think I got one of each. Yeah, I remember like I think I literally bought, I don't know how many tickets. I remember buying quite a few tickets. But I remember getting one of each, and I was like, whatever, I'll just keep it. It's like a whole set. Gets me a decent amount of MCP. But yeah, some of these things, like a lot of these things, I kind of just don't care for anymore. I don't really, I mean, the up balloon thing, I'll probably keep that just because that does look really, really good in AR and like certain backdrops and stuff. It's just hard because like I don't have like a huge like digital collection. So whenever I'm trying to occasionally, it's very rare, but occasionally when I show people like the app or like the AR function, I'm like, all right, what kind of cool collectible can I show? And like, what is something they would like or kind of connect with? And I'm like, I don't have a lot of stuff. It's just hard when you're like a comic book guy. Like most of my collection, most of my stuff is comics. You know, 73 collectibles, 256 comics. They look great, just not my thing. Yeah. Right now I'm focusing on super rare stuff. I'm also buying one of any rare comic under 8 gems and any common comics under 2 gems. Gotcha. Yeah, the common comics are kind of a, depending on what it is. You know what? Let's do something. What are some very, very good common comics under like 2 gems? Let's do like, can we do 2.2? Okay, we can't do. Let's do 2.5 gems. Actually, that's the max. So we'll do comics, common. And there's actually a lot of comics that are below 2.5 gems right now. There's a lot. I really like the first appearance of Mr. Sinister as like a pickup for under 2.5 gems, like per common. I really think Mr. Sinister is going to play a big role in like the new X-Men show or like the new like X-Men cartoon, or if they make it like the MCU. I mean, they're going to talk about mutants in the MCU. And if in case you guys didn't know, like Mr. Sinister was like a genius like geneticist. So I think it kind of makes sense that the fact that like because mutants involve genes, he's a geneticist. Like maybe that's some like weird bridge or some weird explanation as to why like mutants are now coming about or like kind of introducing themselves in the MCU. Maybe he did some like crazy experiment or something happens, but I do think like Mr. Sinister is obviously not going to be like the big main villain of the new Marvel like mutant story arc, but he could be like the first introductory villain. This is, oh, that's not the Days of Future Past, the X-Men 142. I know that's like a suit. It's not like a key comic, but it's a pretty well-known comic. Let's see here. Daniel, that's right. Invisible landed red logo 666 sold for 2,000. Now I'm just waiting for big drops, dude. Let's go, dude. Congrats on that. That's awesome, dude. I'm just so upset I didn't pull the trigger. Like I remember I had about like probably 300-400 gems. I had a bit more than that, and so I actually bought a blue logo at 250 while I was going on the way up. I'm like, dude, I'm seeing this thing like skyrocket. It's like 50, 100. And I remember telling myself, I'm like, dude, this thing could easily get to like 250. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna just try and buy one at like 150, which I did. And then I saw the ultra rare or the secret rare. I'm talking about the blue, like white and blue logo. And then the red one started going up to like 400, and then it skyrocketed, of course, like 300, 350. Then it went back down to 200. I actually got below 200 for a brief period of time. And that's where I was like, dude, should I buy one? Like, dude, that's the cheapest one. It's you know, it's a whole completely different set aside from the blue and white one. So I thought about it. Yeah, where did this go? I hesitated. Yeah, I just been kicking myself recently whenever I was like hesitating, trying to like make like a big purchase and putting like a lot of my gems into something, because I would have flipped it, to be quite frank. Like right now I'm just trying to accumulate gems because now is the time to like, this is kind of like one of the only ways you can like really like make gems or like make money on BB, right? Is like basically buying into the hype, trying to buy low, sell high, go into the flip. Yeah, so went up to 400. Is this more accurate? Yeah, the 7 day is 340. Yeah, it's the other thing I kind of wish is like, I wish I could kind of find a, you know, the chart is kind of difficult to read when it's 7 days versus like 30 days. Especially when it's kind of jumped so much. But yeah, this went down. I definitely remember, I could have sworn this went down to like 200 for a brief period of time. It hurt to realize that the high editions were something that I had to sell. Can't believe that for anyone that's surprised. Yeah. I feel with every drop, they're diluting the market. I mean, the gems are getting moved around, right? Diluting the market. It depends on what sense, right? Like, where is the, basically, like, where's the money going? Is it, are them dropping more grails? Is it tearing down the value of other grails? And especially with comics, right? Because it's kind of like a more of a one-to-one comparison. Where it's like, all right, we have a grail comic here, we have a grail comic here. This one has 60,000 mints. This one has 10,000. They're both well-known in the comic community. People agree this one's a bit better, but this one has like way less mints. But with like digital collectibles, like how can you compare them? Like you can kind of compare like how big the IPs are, how big like the characters are, but it's like, and the mint numbers are a bit different, but it's like really hard to like compare like, two different IPs of two different characters with like two different, completely different franchises. It's kind of hard to like connect the two. But I get what you mean. I definitely can see how I feel like with every drop that I do, they're diluting the market. That's what it feels like for now. And I'd actually rather have the market diluted and have a bunch of gems spread out. Think prices are getting lower. I can start scooping up stuff I want. You know what? One thing I've been wanting to buy, and it's not even like a popular IP or anything like that. It's actually, let me see. Which was the, is this it? This one. Necronomicon, that's what it's called. I actually really like this book. I don't know why, but this is one I've actually been like subtly keeping my eye on, like very briefly. Right now it's at 45 gems. I remember this thing was going for hundreds and hundreds before. But I actually kind of like this book, and also the Necronomicon's used in all kinds of like science, like mostly fantasy, obviously, or like horror and stuff like that. But I know I've been wanting to buy one of these for a while. It's also animated too. Remember, like the book opens, like the pages flip and animate and all that stuff. So I've always liked that. So this is another one I've been kind of like keeping my eye on. Not gonna immediately throw money at it, but right now I'm just kind of waiting for the next grail drop, to be honest. Like there's a few things I'm waiting to buy, and I think next grail drop is going to make things go low enough to where I feel comfortable like pulling the trigger. Yes, so long as you own one of each rarity from this week's drop, you're good to go. No point in buying more unless you're stacking for some reason. Okay, so in order to unlock all the drops, you have to have all the rarities. But if you only wanted that Superman one, right, you only need the uncommon, correct, Austin? And I appreciate you kind of clarifying all this for me. I know that stuff, and initially for me it was kind of confusing. I picked up all logos pretty low except for the really expensive one. been nice to watch them do pretty well. Yeah, dude, I knew the logos would do great. And I remember literally telling people like 6 months ago, I'm like, I think one of the biggest IPs I could still drop on Veve is the logo. Like, if you believe that Veve is gonna do as well as it is, why would the original logo not do well? Like, that's what I don't that's what I don't understand. That's like saying, like, I think all the products on Amazon are gonna do great, but I don't think Amazon itself is gonna do great. Like, what, how does that happen? How are all these products gonna be selling on Amazon, but Amazon itself is not gonna do well, or it's not gonna be like a household name? That's weird. Pixel Trader, what's up, dude? Live vibes is best vibes. Hell yeah. Pixel Trader, you been eyeballing this Necronomicon? I know you have been. I know you've been eyeballing it. Rafael Garcia, got the Veve set. Hopefully there's utility. I would assume so. I mean, that's the nice thing. I would say probably the best utility to have is the Veve logo one. Because Veve can do whatever they want, however they want. There's no red tape with other licensors and all that stuff. Like, they could just be like, yeah. By the way, we just feel like giving a whitelist to people that have like the Veve logo for this next drop. I'm not sure how well they'll be able to like give this utility or like this like privilege or whatever for people for like random drops, like for like the next Star Wars drop or whatever. They might do it for like independent artists, but I'm not entirely sure how Disney or like Marvel would feel if Veve approached them and said, hey, by the way, we released these Veve logos for people in the community, and we want to make sure that they get like a special spot for your drops and like not make it equal. I don't know. Kind of curious to see how that plays out. It's animated. I had something like number 48 or something a while back and sold it for a good chunk of gems. Was thinking about buying another Necro though. Yeah, I kind of like the little book. I like it. Austin, just own one to buy 2 comics if you choose to, at least according to the mods. Just own one to buy 2 comics. Yeah, that's for, we'll see. I'll have to reread the what's it called, like the Discord or whatever it is. But I mean, I got the uncommon. I'm happy, so I'm gonna get that like not the reprint, but it sounds like they're gonna do like a modern rendition or have like a comic art variant of the Superman #1. Speaking of comics, Sleeping Comics, how you doing, dude? Hey, Vibes, what's up, dude? I got your hats, and I appreciate it. I thought I messaged you, maybe I didn't, but I did get the black hat, so I really appreciate it. Haven't worn it yet, but I'll be sure to get some people with pictures in it posted on Twitter at some point. I'm still waiting for the Incredible Hulk comic to drop. I think that's the next one to drop. It's been a little too quiet on the Veve front, and I could definitely go for some Hulk comics right now. Southwest Star Wars SR comic dropped 85%. Star Wars UR Vader dropped 85%. Lightsaber under retail. Luke will tank. We'll see. I mean, both of those things dropped over a year ago. Like, Vader dropped a year and like 3 weeks ago. So pretty much anything that's older than like 9 months is gonna drop a lot. That was just during the heart of the bear market. Star Wars comics, that doesn't surprise me at all. Lightsabers was the same thing. That was dropped over a year ago. And then Luke, the mint numbers are much lower. He's arguably like the next most popular character after like Vader for the most part when it comes to Star Wars. So will it tank 80 something plus %? Unlikely, but anything could happen. We'll see. Great to see you live. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I enjoy. It's been a while. I don't think you've done a lot of live streams recently, but I've definitely watched almost every one of your videos that you release like every week or so, or like every other week. Comment. I only got season 1 hats, mint number 33. Let's go. Yeah, I got the season 1, and I got the black season 2 hat of the Sleeping Comics. They should have a comic drop that requires you to burn a secret rare comic to participate or something like that. Potentially. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I would like to see some more burn, but I would also like to just see like airdrops for just owning things. I know Alex G talked about having more things like the what's it called? Dude, why is my thing like not scrolling? That's weird. I might have to like log out and log back in. Like I can't scroll up or down to like look at my stuff on the, you know how you like can scroll down further on this like collection page to like actually look at stuff? It's not letting me scroll down. Okay, now let me do that real quick. But yeah, I would like to see more burn stuff. I know Alex G also talked about actually having more things that are, could be made really quick. More things that are not burn, but as long as you just have like a set, you can kind of like turn it in or just say, hey, I have a set. I'm going to claim this airdrop, and you can just get it right away. I know that's something that Alex G talked about that they like want to do more of. And I'm in favor of either one, whether you like own an old set or, because I mean, either way, if they do the turn in thing, I mean, whether it's turn in, like turn or burn, doesn't matter, turn in or burn. It's going to cause the prices of those things to go up a lot. Let me sign in. Mr. Garcia says, I still say they need a ecomi mascot, a little cartoon character or something. Maybe Disney could help them create something. Doubtful they would do that though. Unlikely. I'm not sure if Disney wants to get that intimate, especially with something that resembles like cryptocurrency or anything like that. But they could definitely get some like ideas or maybe help Veve with something like that. Okay. All right, well, let me scroll down. There we go. Now we're in business. Perfect. All right, now I can scroll down. There we go. Kid Arcade, what's good vibes? Dude, thank you so much for stopping by. Glad to have you here. And then, dude, I've been loving collecting some of your NFTs. Actually, like, I don't know, it's great. There's so many, like, Veve content creators, but also, I've also been getting a ton of NFTs on, like, my OpenSea account. And it's actually kind of nice when I log in, like, once a week or every other week. I usually see, like, a new thing from Kid Arcade. I'm like, dude, that's sick. So I do like a lot of the art you do. A lot of the art that you do. I'll probably have to reach out at some point and do like and commission you for something, Kid Arcade. I do want to have like, I might actually like adjust my camera and my screen a bit, but I do want to have like a poster or something in like my backdrop. Probably something Wolverine, knowing me, but we'll see. Not 100% certain on that. All right, so now we're back in business here. What were we looking at before? What were we talking about? I really wish I could see, the one thing I liked about ecomi wiki is I could kind of just look at the market in general and just see what's up and down, but unfortunately like on the Veve market thing, maybe it's just like the free account you can't do it. Yeah, this is like a pro thing if you want to like look at auctions and all that. I do know NFT Tracker is great at that. I love doing NFT Tracker for like watching the market, but I also love the fact that you could just put in like a maximum or minimum for things. Earlier we were talking about like good comics for under like 250 right now, like common comics. Like I would say like the ones that are pretty popular, like Havoc. I think that's first appearance of Havoc, right? So that one in the middle, Uncanny X-Men 58. I already said first appearance of like Mr. Sinister. Thrawn, I think I own a Thrawn one as well. Oh, we got a little bit of slowage here. There it goes. I just like this cover, this Marvel Annual #4, with just Wolverine front and center with like Storm, Rogue, Archangel. I don't know who some of these other characters are. I feel like some of these might be in is that like the British Captain America? I don't know. That one's a bit off. We need a Veve Vibes lamp. Yeah, we could do a lamp. The Veve Vibes room. Oof. I dig it. Of course, first appearance of Jubilee. I think I got like 10 Jubilees. I really like her as a character, even though she was incredibly obnoxious in the cartoon and like, but she was definitely that perspective. Like in the cartoon, she was that perspective of like an outsider looking in, which is, I mean, that was the deal with her, right? She got randomly picked up in the mall by these two mutants with Sentinels attacking, introduced into the X-Men. One of these days we'll have to have a watch party. We'll watch like X-Men cartoon, like the X-Men episodes or cartoons, and just laugh at like how like just like campy some of the scenes are, or something like that. Maybe some of the voice lines. I really like this one too. New Mutants Annual #2, first appearance of Psylocke. I know that one's like, I mean, a lot of these kind of like new emerging, like not new emerging mutants, but like some of these ones I've been keeping an eye on. I've also been like obsessively watching a lot of like comic videos and stuff like that, just like about the community, what the market is doing, like on the physicals and all that stuff. It's just like really, really interesting, the comic book community. It's based on kind of like what I'm hearing, like what I've read, it's kind of hard to like not go wrong with like Silver Age comics, like really good ones, if you can afford it, right? But I feel like pretty much everyone knows what those are, and like finding it in like a random long box or like at a yard sale is like insanely unlikely, but you just never. I like Cable. I like Black Cat. First appearance of Mordu. I forgot his name, but whoever the bad guy is, or Doctor Strange. That's his first appearance. I like Silver Surfer Black. I actually like all the comics. Like the comic covers for Silver Surfer Black, like they all look amazing. If I had to complete a set just for purely the aesthetics, it'd probably be Silver Surfer Black. So I'm surprised we haven't seen another Platinum Moments drop. The year is basically halfway over. How long ago did the Platinum Moments drop though? They aren't that new. Why is it only showing if I type in moments? Is that it? Or no, I have to click on view more results. Okay. Let's look at them. When did this release? Collectible details. So this dropped. Okay, March 22nd. That's when it dropped. Dude, it's doing it again. What is going on? Like it won't let me scroll down now. That's awesome. Okay, maybe I have to log in and out again, or I just like refresh the page. I don't have to log. There it goes. Okay, I just got to refresh. No worries. Does anyone know how many users are on Veve? I think like someone like Veve Fox or someone that actually like really follows like the metadata might have an idea. I know there's a few people that like report it. And all that. The airdrop is near, so Vivi's 9's acting up, dude, for real. I don't know, like, what are you guys' price predictions for the gauntlet? Like, do you guys have any like ideas for the price prediction for the Infinity Gauntlet? Not the gauntlet. Sorry, for Thanos. Like the secret rare versus the ultra rare. I think the easiest way to find out how many there are. So see how many Eye of Agamotto's got burned. That's gonna be, dude. Sometimes it's just like, so 1,000. So there's gonna be at least 1,000 Thanos secret rare. And then how many gauntlets are there? Infinity Gauntlet. How many of these are created? I have to refresh it every time I actually open up a collectible. Editions. That's how many are left, correct? So there's 3,200 basically. So 3,200. So there's gonna be 3,200 normal Thanos and then 1,000 secret rares. Interesting. It's kind of a lot of Thanos. At least for the ultra rare version or whatever. 1K. SR 1.5 to 2K. You are at 300. I would agree with that. Usually I do feel like that the ultra rare will probably be about 1/5 or 1/6 of the price of the SR, maybe even a bit lower, because there's going to be quite a few of them. I think it'll of course like start off by people just flooring it, and it'll just drop down very quickly. Once it gets low enough, whales are going to scoop it up. You know, they're going to want Thanos, even if it's the ultra rare version. they'll grab those up, and then they'll start kind of climbing their way back up. Smurf Dab, sup vibes? Finally caught you live. It's been a minute, no shots today. Did you get some swoosh Nike shoes? No, I didn't. I'm not like a huge like shoe buff. I don't want to say I don't understand it. Like, I understand the aspect of why people like shoes so much, but the whole concept of like buying shoes and then like it's like the same argument, right? With like comics. It's like, dude, why are you buying the comic if you're not going to open it and read it? And then same thing with shoes. Like, why are you going to buy shoes if you're not going to like open it and use them or wear them? I don't know. For me, it's just, I don't know. At least for like the NFT version of things, I don't know. I'm trying not to get involved with too many outside projects. I feel like each time I've done that with like, I love HRO, but I just knew it was just kind of like going downhill. I don't know why, but I was able to pick up on the fact that like there just wasn't anything new kind of happening with HRO. So I was like, all right, I'll just kind of cash out and be done with it. Made a big profit. I was happy with that. And then now the most recent one is like Warner Brothers, like that platform where they released like the Superman movie experience, which just sounds kind of like just like a glorified like DVD director's edition cut. And you have all these like special features. I'm like, all the things they're showing, it looks like you're just going through on like the old school like DVD like director's cut version, right? Where it's like, oh, look at this deleted scene, look at this deleted scene, look at this cool like behind the scenes thing of like their outfits and like their costumes. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So yeah, now the most recent thing is I'm kind of trying to cash out of that and just put that into Veve or Omi, one of the two things. Zeki speak, if I know Veve like I know Veve, SR Thanos will be a premium. Philosopher Thanos will be somehow less expensive than Brock price, like negative gems. Yeah, like Thanos, like normal one will go down to like 4 to 5 gems, but the SR, man, 4.5K, just like skyrockets. Yeah, I got one box and the Digi Camo 1337 units. Ooh. Wes says HRO isn't going downhill, but I haven't been following it. I just meant like the pricing overall. Like, I just noticed that like when the, what's it called? Like the packs themselves, when I basically couldn't flip those for a profit, I just kind of stopped on the platform. And plus like between Veve and HRO, and at the time I think I was on DC, it was just like too many platforms to keep up with, at least for me personally. So I was like, all right, I kind of need to narrow this down to 2. If I had to pick 2 platforms, I'm going to pick Veve and DC for now. I don't think I have anything left on HRO, to be quite honest. Yeah, I mean, I like the HRO. I don't know, at least me personally, I feel like you can only recycle the same characters and artists and looks and cards and everything, you know, the same thing so many times. And like the utility is amazing. Like actually the utility technology that HRO has is like honestly something that like Veve and DC should like really strive for. The amount of like utility and like the leaderboard and all that cool stuff. But I feel like basically outside of like leaderboards and stuff, like I'm just not sure what else. If they find a way to like somehow make these cards playable and there's like a game or something involved, dude, I would be totally in it. But I just had to narrow it down to 2 platforms, so unfortunately HRO got the boot. I still have so many HRO listings at $1. Yeah, that was kind of another thing, like because you couldn't list anything below $1, which was like cool, you know, it was $1 a card. Remember that, not the meme, but like the quote, people are like, oh, dollar digitals, which is cool. There's a certain point where like so many people were listing their collectibles for $1 where the only determining factor was your mint number, really. So if you had a high mint number and you just wanted to get rid of it, like you were not going to sell that thing. You know, it's not one of those things where you could literally sell it for 50 cents and just be like, just be done with it. Like, just get it out of your vault. I'm done. Whatever. My big ones right now are Veve, Palm, and Cryptoys. I haven't gotten to Cryptoys. I thought about it. And I know it's pretty easy to get into because I think all you need is a credit card, right? For the most part. So... Cool, cool. All right, let's go. I actually want to check out the... my NFT tracker and just see like what's up and what's down today. Really, Captain America. So True Believer variant is up 81%. I know it's kind of hard to tell with some of these secret rare comics because those floors are so thin. I mean, we're talking here, right? So 6 listings, 7 listings. I know you guys probably can't see it because the screen's kind of small. But if you're looking here, like it says here there's only 6 listings. So we actually, what did I just look up? What's it called? Captain. Okay. So how many do we have? With this one, look at this. Yeah, there's only 7 in the market. So either someone delisted or if the floor actually did get bought and the floor just like skyrockets. It's kind of hard with these like secret rare comics. I mean, there's so few that like a single purchase costs the price, like I said, to go up to like 80%. Yeah, so secret rare, secret rare, secret rare. Interesting enough, common Voltron went up a bit. Oh, I forgot you could just organize this by 24-hour trend. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason Hitmonkey's going up. Incredible Hulk. Some Lincoln Design skateboards. All right, what are collectibles doing? Just collectibles. A Digi Camo, let's go. 30-day delistings. I'm thinking that too, but I mean, I think the floors are just super thin with secret rares in general. And if one person just delists it, and then all of a sudden the new floor becomes something higher, I think that's definitely a factor as well. Lenectra up 33%. Yeah, dude, there's some collectibles actually moving quite a bit. I think some of these are just straight up delisting, either like delistings or. I don't know, it's just hard to believe that like Captain Cornstarch, of all things in this market, went up 32% in 24 hours. I just don't know. I mean, that could be the case, but I think it's mostly delistings or something's happened. Maybe the floors are super thin on these. Yeah, it says there's like 30 listings here. Captain. Okay, let's try this. I'm actually just curious to see if this is like actually the case. Captain Cornstarch. It says it's up 32%. I mean, I'm not doubting the API. Sometimes it does feel like it's a bit off, like the Veve API, but yeah, I guess it went from 14 to 18. It's moving that little. I don't think it's unreasonable. Would have thought we're looking up Captain Cornstarch tonight, right? Would you guys put money on that? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna join Vibes channel. He's gonna talk about Captain Cornstarch. The most grail drop there is. Yeah, I mean, maybe someone just bought a couple of these, or maybe the floor just got scooped. What else is happening in the market? Like, what else is up and down right now? Let's look at comics. More spit. We'll organize it by common first, and we'll do like common, rare, secret rare. I think those are the ones that people are most interested in. You know, I've been keeping an eye on this, but like Strange Tales 110, I know there's 30,000 mints of this. Let's see. Yeah, 30,000 mints because it says there's 21 for the common. Even though there's that many mints, it's still a first appearance of Doctor Strange. Yeah, I was just drawing a blank right there. Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye is another one that people are kind of sleeping on, but dude, I think there's a lot of mints of this one. Yeah, 30,000 on that too. Thanks. What's up, guys? Sorry if I hit the mic. Yeah, I mean, right now it seems like we're just kind of in a bit of, not like a holding pattern, but right now I'm just kind of waiting for the next drop, waiting for the next rail, whether it's a comic or a collectible, maybe making a move on that. Hopefully we get lucky. How's your guys' luck been on the waitlist drops? Maybe not the recent ones, because recently no one's been really going for like the recent waitlist drops, but like for like the Veve logo drop. Like, if you guys had any luck on that, or like care about the Veve logo drop, not Veve logo drops, but like the waitlist drop. I could have sworn someone said in a I don't know if it was a Discord call, not call, but like meeting, or if it was a like a spaces, but I thought someone said, like Alex G said, that they were planning on doing like waitlists, and eventually they're going to get to the point where a majority of the drops are going to be waitlist, and then occasionally they'll put in some more timing ones on average. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I wouldn't mind waitlist on like the very, very low drops, but if there's a lot of drops, or if there's a lot of mints of something, like I don't mind if we just do timing. It's hard to say. I got shut out in the logo drop, unfortunately. Damn. Yeah, I didn't get the blue and white logo, but I did get the second one, and I ended up getting the uncommon, not the uncommon, the rare, which was the lowest one. I actually ended up selling that for like 120 gems, I think. And so, I mean, I made a nice little profit on that. Obviously, I wish I got the blue and white. Hinano, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Kind of looking at some market stuff. What was I looking at? Table release, not release date. 24-hour trend. For the, let's look at rare comics. What have those been doing? Which ones are moving? Comics, not collectibles. More Hitmonkey, dude. Dude, Hitmonkey's moving. I mean, there's only 14 listings, so I think it's just moving because the low listings, but interesting. First appearance Iron Man hit an all-time high, 60 gems with a rare. Man, that's getting up there. Death of Gwen Stacy is up 17%. Yeah, Hitmonkey went up like 50%. I don't know. What do you guys think about these like old school covers they used to have on Veve? These ones like off to the side where it's like mostly black, or like mostly black and white, and then they have like some areas covered. I kind of like them. Like, they're almost like nostalgic in a way. Makes me nostalgic for a time that I wasn't on Veve, you know? It's a bit weird. Thrawn. I do like this Amazing Spider-Man 361. Like, I like the look. Like, I actually kind of prefer the more like unique looking art covers. Like, same thing with like Thrawn. I wish Veve had purchase history and app to show what things are legitimately worth and selling for. Nope, didn't have a chance. Gotcha. You mean kind of like a transaction history, or like a, I don't know, I'm kind of using these terms loosely, but like a cost basis, like to let you know what you paid for it. I mean, obviously that's on the collectible itself, but yeah, because sometimes you can only see floor price on the Veve app. Take it. Really like this one too. I don't think I own this one. I do like that Black Knight cover a lot. Let's see what the secret rares have been doing. Captain America Annual, we already talked about that one. Interesting. Devil Dinosaur. It's because there's 9. I mean, it's, dude, like secret rares are kind of like deceptively new thing, just because there's so few of them, and eventually, like, I definitely think obviously the first 30 days right after the drop, people are just flooding them, just trying to drop the market. It probably wouldn't hurt to find out like what the 30-day mark is for a lot of these collectibles, so that way you know when everything gets delisted, like floors start going up, or at least like walls start getting super thin, and then maybe that's the time to buy or start selling stuff. Yeah, because it would show us sales history of Grail comics and collectibles in a price chart. Oh, like in the Veve app? I mean, I like Veve, but them dealing with charts, I do not trust it. Like, it probably wouldn't look good. Probably would have some, like, I know they have like the API that I think they should leave it to the third-party people for that kind of stuff. And I think once you start adding charts and all that, it starts looking like an investor app. And I think Veve definitely wants to like distance themselves from that. You know, they're, you know, it's for the collectors and this and that. So like they don't want any charts or anything that kind of like digs in too much into like how much stuff costs and like losses and gains and all that. So they want to keep it simple, but at the same time, they don't want to add like charts. I don't think they would want to do that, but I could be wrong. You never know. Star Wars SR Comics sitting at 165, thinking of picking it up. Yeah, that is Star Wars. Maybe I saw it earlier. Oh yeah, it's right there. No, can't click on it. There it is. 165. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. I mean, dude, that is down a lot from where it used to be. But like we talked about, this drop happened like, was it a year ago? Yeah, because it was last Star Wars month or whatever last year. So I mean, this thing's over a year old, and it's down quite a bit. I think the only, I wouldn't say issue with it, is that there is a lot of mints comparatively to other SR comics. 1,977 mints. I mean, that's nearly 8 times the amount of some of the 10K comic mints, where they usually have like 250, even the 500 mints. That's more than the 500 mints. I mean, it's a beautiful comic, and if you need it to like complete a set, or if you just want the secret rare, go for it. It's just I think why some people are hesitant, or maybe why some people are flooring, is just because of the fact that it is really high on the mint scale. Their charts and ratings are only on a 4 chili pepper scale, pretty much. 4 chili peppers. That would be hilarious, though. 8 chili peppers out of 9. 9 out of 10. But it's funny because like Veve has to remain like very neutral whenever they're talking about stuff like that. I could definitely tell back in the day, like Alex G and even some of the other people like in the Veve like team were probably having like maybe a little bit too much fun on Twitter and stuff like that. They definitely reined it in. I remember Alex G was, dude, people were buying and selling all kinds of crazy stuff based off of what he tweeted alone, like a single tweet. Even David Yu, right? Oh my god, he retweeted this thing about this like you know, this franchise or this IP, like let's buy the thing that's similar to it or whatever. Like if they talked about I don't know, like Gundam or something like that, people were like, oh, let's buy Transformers because it kind of looks the same. Like, I don't know, like I could totally see people doing that on Veve. I mean, people have done that in the past. I don't have any like super recent examples of that, but Mr. Planet Profit, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. Mr. Coral, what's up? Hi, what's up, everyone? We're just looking at random stuff. If you guys have anything you guys want to like look at, or things are like, hey, is this a good time to, like, not a good time to buy it, but like, is this down or up? Or I've been late thinking about buying that. Like for me, it was the Necronomicon. Like, I've always just liked the way this looked. It's getting pretty low. The box price was 45. The floor now is 40. Or no, box price is 50. I think the floor price now is 45. So I've definitely been thinking about kind of like picking that one up just because I like the look of it. This is actually one of like the very, very few things I have left on the app where I'm like, I like it just because I like the look of it and I like the lore and all that stuff around it. More often than not, I'm kind of like, I'm buying it because it's either super popular or because other people like it, and it's I can flip it, more or less, to be honest. Thumbs up. Hello, Mr. Vibes. Good to see you always. Live 20 here in the UK, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing up so early / late? You just come back from the pub? Went out and so I play an MMO, which I haven't played in a long time, called EVE Online. And I'm in this, like, I don't know, you could call it a guild or a clan or a whatever, but in the game they call it a corporation. And a lot of the time we're on what's it called? I actually have it right here on my desktop. Mumble. So we get on Mumble, yeah, we use Mumble. And I talk with all these people from all over the world, people from the UK, people from different parts of like South America, people in different parts of Europe, and all that. And like we just like kind of make fun of each other, you know, shoot the shit. People from like Australia, and all that. And then I started like making a bunch of jokes about just like how terrible the food is in the UK. And how you guys eat like beans and toast, and that's just like the shit apparently. Or you guys eat like something called spotted dick, which just does not sound appetizing at all, but I mean, to each their own, right? So not entirely sure. I don't mean to start immediately bashing you at 5:20 in the morning, but yeah. I'm trying to remember some other things that people would that we kind of talked about, or you know, whatever it was. Yeah, most of my corp were from the UK back in the day, so I pulled some weird hours when we all needed to do something. Yeah, oh yeah, executive speak. I forgot used to I'm making a cup of tea right now. You can't say cup of. It's like this. It's cuppa. Gotta say a cup of tea. Gotta make a cup of tea. That's our staple, yeah. It's just hilarious. So we give each other shit all the time. You know, how Americans are just like, you know, just fat, unhealthy, gun-toting idiots, and then how the UK people have like a terrible appetite and, or not appetite, but like terrible taste in like food and all that stuff. And some less stuff I probably shouldn't say on stream. We've said other stuff too, but it's just hilarious. Something, fancy a cup of tea, something. Love it. Americans are crazy to us. Oh yeah, I totally get it. You know what piss off Mr. Planet Profit more than anything? Is if we microwaved our tea. No, you gotta get a kettle. And you gotta put it on a kettle. You cannot microwave your tea. That is heathenistic activity. Cannot do that. Saying trash and douchebag is funny. Saying trash and douchebag, yeah. Well, you guys call it rubbish. The rubbish bin or whatever it is. I do like Jaffa cakes. Wish they were easier to buy in the US. What is a Jaffa? Do not know what that is. Jaffa cake. Let's see. In case you guys aren't sure, yeah, we're kind of just devolving the stream into just bashing the UK, but that's fine. So if you guys are curious what a Jaffa cake is, looks pretty good. That's a sweet. That seems like a treat that we would definitely have here in the US. Kind of reminds me of like was it called a moon pie? Is that what we had? No. Yeah, it kind of looks like a moon pie. This is like I guess you could call it, but this is just, it's not cake. Well, in the UK, I think they would call it a biscuit, not cake. It's like a biscuit with chocolate on it. But this is like the American version. This is a moon pie. But it has like marshmallow in the middle. So, I mean, it looks similar. Obviously, the exact same. But, interesting. And you guys put gravy on everything too. Over there, you guys put a lot of gravy on stuff, and like your guys' gravy is different than ours. Or like, I mean, there's different types of gravy and stuff. But yeah. No way. Yes, kettle. Look at that Jaffa cake right now, and all I have left in my cupboard. No, really? That's hilarious, dude. Dude. You guys are predictable. What can I say? Your guys' food. You got some beans and toast. Whatever else you guys eat. All right, would you consider Indian food to be like a UK thing? I don't know. That's tough. Because I remember looking up on some like random articles about UK food, and one of the things they talked about was like Indian food. I'm like, dude, I get it. You guys colonized there a long time ago, but is it really UK food, or did they come over here? Maybe it got UKized a bit. And dude, there was another weird food that you guys have over there in the UK. There's one really weird one. There's one with like legitimately like whole fish, like fish heads like sticking out. This is it. And I know Mr. Planet Profit eats this every day. I can guarantee it. This right here. Oops. Stargazy pie? Is that really what it's called? Can I zoom in on this? This is what... See the fish? The fish head sticking out with a little like leaf in their mouth, like... What is this? They eat this. A terrifying looking dish that is made with baked pilchards, a type of fish, eggs, and potatoes as filling. This Cornish delicacy gets its name for the way the fish heads are baked into the pie. All right, what else? What else? Category? I don't know. Marmite? Isn't that just Vegemite, but just liquor sauce? Kippers? Okay, that's just fish. Bread and dripping. Dripping of what? Just a side of pickles? Is that that almost kind of looks like dried like bacon? Almost looks like it's like dried bacon. Mucky dripping, please. I feel like if you type that into Google, you'd get various search results. Mushy peas, potted shrimp, minced meat pies, brown sauce, like just brown sauce, pork pies. Okay, these aren't really like crazy. Laver bread, scotched eggs, rumbled thumps, peas pudding, Christmas pudding. Okay, that's it. Don't you have Marmite? I'm sure we do. We have lots of Indian and Chinese shops. I love Indian food, and my wife loves ordering Chinese. Ah, match made in heaven. I love Indian food. I do love Indian food. It's been a long time since I've had it. I love Mexican food, but I always regret it like 6 hours later. I think there's a lot of people in the UK that go for curry a lot. That's all third-party knowledge, though. No idea if that's true. No, that's probably France, yeah. What is that fish pot pie? Dude, it looks disgusting. But dude, Planet Profit eats it all the time. Oh, Cornish. That's not common, though. Gotcha. Apparently, there's a type of maggot cheese in some foreign country. That's a delicacy. Yeah. Kaz Marzu is the name. It's illegal to eat in the US. What's that? Mush peas and brown sauce. Ugh. Or a king is full cooked breakfast. I eat every morning. Okay. You don't eat periwinkles on the daily? Or toad in the hole. Okay, so my actual like CEO or like our corporation leader, if that's like his favorite food is toad in the hole. He's like, dude, I love toad in the hole. And dude, it just looks like a war crime. It's just like, I mean, it probably tastes delicious. Toad in the hole refers to sausages baked into a Yorkshire pudding batter. Brits love it, covered in gravy. It's a pudding with gravy and bread and a sausage. I mean, it looks good. Jellied eels. Sounds like a dessert. White pudding. I'm sorry, that just looks like... This looks like a more bland version of saltine, like, crackers, or just like, I don't know what you would call this. It's like a hardtack or something like that. Black pudding, these look like hamburger patties, which is like the impossible version. Spotted dick, there we go. We found it. We found the winner, people. This absolutely wretched name, notwithstanding, is a popular dish of sponge pudding made with suet, dried fruit served with custard. Mummy and Daddy like it a lot. This at boarding school. This looks incredibly dry, but if you did put some like pudding on it or something like that, I'm sure it would taste good. Offal, and then haggis. Mixing sheep's heart liver. Yummy, 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 yummy. Didn't mean to put you on blast, Mr. Planet Profit, but we're here to experience your culture in more ways than one. I just put a 25 weird British foods. That's what I Googled, so it's got to be right. It's got to be correct. Check it out. You would love it. Best ever. I'm going to use this video and do some streams with cooking the food for it. Dude, do it. It's hilarious. I would love to see you cook some of this food and serve it up. If to make it Veve related, all you have to do is put some like random AR collectible next to you, like pretending to cook, and then you're good to go. Yeah, put like Cookie Monster with you or something like that. It's like, oh, me and Cookie Monster making some spotted dick. Like, we're making it. Don't ask any questions. Like, no context. Just be like, me and Cookie Monster making a toad in a hole all day. Eyes on any collectibles? I'm personally sniping Disney ride posters. That's a good. I know Disney posters have been kind of on the move recently. It's kind of hard to narrow these down, like at least like the posters specifically. Are you talking about these ones, like the Flying Saucer, Disneyland Monorail, like these ones? Or maybe these like newer ones? I will say the Firetown one is actually animated. I'm sure you guys, if you guys watch Veve Vault, but this actual Firetown one is like animated. Like if you move it left or right, it actually goes from like day to night, and it shows like the moon and everything, and then it goes to day if you look at it from head on, and then it goes to night again if you look at it from the side. It's really cool. It's not 30 gems cool, but it is cool. Me personally, I said it earlier, like it's not something like on my radar and I'm like ready to buy it, but it's like just the Necronomicon. That's just one I'm like, it'd be kind of cool to have one. Necro, it's an N. This is the only one I'm kind of like, it'd be kind of cool to buy one. Like if this thing goes below 40, I might just buy one just because I really like this thing. Comics is more what I have my eye on right now, for the most part. I will say, actually, another collectible I'm kind of having my eye on right now is actually Boba Fett, the UR version. I know there's an okay amount of mints. I feel like he's actually been going up recently. What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, there it is. Let's see what Boba Fett's been doing on VMate. The Ultra Comment also. This is another one I've been kind of looking at, but the thing is, it's like 90 gems. And that's 90 gems less to get to my Amazing Fantasy. Full cook breakfast is the tastiest meal in the world. What is that? All right, full cook. And you guys also have such original names for your food, too. Was this a full cook breakfast? Was this it? So this is like the crackhead version of like a Disney, like a IHOP Grand Slam. I'm just kidding. I mean, it looks delicious. You got meat, you got beans, you got more meat, you got roasted tomatoes. I'm assuming that's black pudding because it doesn't look like pudding, and it's very black. And you got mushrooms and you got 2 eggs. Cool, I like it. She would just ignore me? Gotcha. If you get a wife in Britain to cook you a full cooked breakfast every morning, you've won in life. I'm big on boba too. I've stacked a few beach ready. Nice, yes. Yeah. I mean, this just looks like a Grand Slam. What's it? Is it Denny's? No. This is the Denny's Grand Slam. I guess this is a somewhat accurate picture of it. Except it's got eggs. Eggs, hash browns, bacon. Looks like ham. Then sausage. Sausage, I mean, our sausage looks pretty sorry. Depends on where you get it from, but it's like, I mean, to be honest, I'd rather have this sausage than whatever the hell thing that they were trying to service before. It looks like a post-mortem version of like this sausage. Like if this thing died, came back to life and died again, that's the sausage we eat at IHOP for the most part. Wonton man. Looking at the purple posters, Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, nice. Bacon, egg, sausages, and toast and bread. We eat the farm, hell yeah. Crackhead version, yeah, dude, it's like, put some beans and whatever else in there. Like this is like some weird like hockey puck dessert that the crackhead like pulled out of his pocket and like threw on your plate. It's been sitting there for like 6 months. He forgot it was in his good pants. Well, yes, similar. Yeah, it's similar. I mean, there's more veggies, there's more meat, there's kind of more everything on there, but apparently English or is that English bacon? Yeah. Apparently English bacon is the best from what I read. It's a mixture of Canadian and American. So the two things that are not British is what makes it best. Even though we're all British in some way, shape, or form. If you go back far enough, Everyone over here on this side is British or connected somehow. All sausages are the best meat in the world from Welsh cow. Ah, okay. You go into any in-person events if they go to the same events last year? Yeah, I do want to go back to DCon in San Diego again. That is one I do. Okay, enough about UK cuisine. As much as I love it. Love talking shit about it. Love me some beans. They're good for your heart, but you make you fart. Yes, sir. Bolshevik, yes. So I do want to go back. If they... It sounds like if they're going to go to New York... maybe not Comic-Con, but... I don't know. Like, San Diego Comic-Con's like really tough to get into, but just D-Con... I think that was San Diego, right? Or no, it was Anaheim. Anaheim was D-Con. So if they go back to D-Con in Anaheim, I'll definitely go there. Our sausages are like chunky bits of steak. I dig it. You made me hungry? Hell yeah, dude. Dude, it's 5:42 in the morning. You gotta be hungry at some point. Denny's, anyone? Yeah, dude, I like Denny's. I used to like Denny's back in the day. I still do. Those platinum posters, they did pump a lot. Look at those platinum moments. Actually, we didn't even look at Boba Fett. Let me do that one first. We didn't really look to see what he did. Let's look at his 60-day or 30-day. It's tempted to sell my white Minnie Mouse poster since I paid retail for it. Yeah, you could. I mean, if you're not in love with it, I mean, sometimes you have to think about it this way too. Like, the fact that you're thinking about selling it means like you really like it. I think it's okay to change strategy occasionally. To kind of like loosen up some gems for some other stuff, especially if you're in the profit, right, Austin? Yeah, dude, this thing was at 75 at one point. Why did I not buy back? 72. Man, this thing was well below retail. Yeah, this thing was like 10% under retail at some point. Yeah, it's been steadily going up. This is a good looking chart for it. Maybe not back up here, but 60-day looks really good. We'll see. I'm waiting for the next Grail drop because I do think things will dip a bit leading up to the drop. So we shall see. What do you think? Red logo moon soon? We'll see. I think it's already made its moves. If it does, it's probably just a handful of whales just trying to not market manipulate or anything like that. But if enough of them get together, they're just like, hey, let's just buy 5 each, and then all of a sudden the floor skyrockets 50%, and that could happen. Is it a Grail? The blue and white one, in my opinion, is definitely a Grail. So is the white and gold, or the silver and gold. Is the red one? I mean, it's not that much more scarce than the blue and white. It is really cool though. I do like it. I don't know if it's a Grail, to be quite honest. Tempted to sell my wife for a Minnie Mouse poster, Austin? Is that what he said earlier? So my Minnie Mouse poster. Okay. Is that what I said? Sell my wife? Utility come? I don't know. I mean, if it's tied to utility, I mean, I feel like either set could be tied to utility. There's so few red logos, that would be pretty easy to manipulate, in my opinion. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not that many less. That is less. Did I pass it? Yeah. Let's do logo. All right, so red and white. So remember, there's 7. Okay, gotta refresh the page. You can barely see it down here, but I'll refresh the page. There's 777 of these. And then the blue and white, or white and blue. Yeah, so there's about 30% more. 30, maybe 40% more of these white and blue ones, but this is the OG. Solo set, OG. The red one is very low in the mint scale. I mean, I feel like if you give the red logo a Grail tag, then you have to give all the logos because they're all so similar. The only difference is literally the mint number and the color. It's hard to say. If I had to pick one and only one, it's the white and blue. kind of having like multiple grails of some things that are so similar outside of like comics is kind of hard to do, at least in my mind. Red's been higher than blue. True. Not by much, though. I thought the blue, the white and blue did, I think, top out at like 420. And that's around the price that the red one topped out at. But I think the pricing happened so quickly, intraday meaning like throughout the day or like within a day, that I don't think any of these like API things like picked up on it. So odds are like it probably didn't pick up on the fact that the blue and white actually like went all the way up that high within the same day. Yeah, this went up to red went above 400, so I don't know why it's, yeah, it says the 399, but like I remember seeing red at like 4 or something before. And the blue and white, or sorry, white and blue. So if you mints, the all be grails if Veve makes it. True. Very true. Yeah, it says it only topped out at 340, but I remember this thing going up to like 420 for a very brief period of time. That was the floor. It doesn't mean actually any actual like sales happened there, but I mean that's, remember it going that high. Thinking that Miles Rare and Ultra Rare will go up way soon. I don't know. Like Miles is just doing its own thing. Like I've kind of given up on the idea of what it's gonna do because it's its own animal. I know a lot of people are kind of saying that the Ultra Rare could like, given enough time and like time and market, because I mean the normal Superman, but the original Spider-Man, like the very first one with Peter Parker, it's like over a year and a half old. I think it's actually, it's pushing 2 years coming up, right? In like August, pushing 2 years in the market. So I mean, obviously Peter Parker's had way more time in the market, but the rarities, there's 1,000 secret rare Peter Parker Spider-Mans, the one with the animation where he flips and all that stuff. There's also 1,000 Miles Morales. Will I think Ultra Rare Miles Morales surpass Secret Rare Spider-Man? I would say no. But he can get close, or at least like maybe halfway there or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But Secret Rare Miles is its own animal, in my opinion. It's that there's no way to tell the upper limit, especially since the mint numbers are so low on this. Super popular character, amazing looking animation, amazing looking collectible. Pretty hardcore community too of people that do own it, at least the ones that own the Secret Rare. Yeah, it's almost 14,000, now it's at 15. There's only 250 of these things, which is the equivalent of like a Secret Rare comic, except in a collectible format, which is nuts. Blue logo will likely go down in price. I will floor mine once airdropped. Did they announce an airdrop, or are you just talking about if they do one, you'll floor it shortly after? Is ecomi wiki defunct? Last time I tried to use it, it was almost like broken. Could have been my browser. No, I think a while ago, Omi the Clown said he wasn't going to be able to like support it or like keep it on. I haven't talked to him in a while. I might reach up to him on Twitter. But from what I've kind of heard just through the grapevine was that he was kind of planning on doing something with like DC Palm or maybe like HRO, one of those other platforms, but then like having ecomi wiki like, well, you can't call it ecomi wiki because then it's like tied to Veve, but he might do like another platform where it has like multiple markets, multiple platforms on the same time. I think that'd be awesome. But I'm not entirely sure. Like I haven't talked to him in I think like almost a year at this point, at least like 9 months. So he's a busy guy, especially since I think he had a kid somewhat recently. Mr. Planet Pro, if I had unlimited funds, I'd buy all Darth Vaders. Interesting. Oh yeah, that's an interesting question to think about. If you had unlimited funds, but you could only buy one collectible or like one series of things or comics, like what would you guys buy? You could only buy like one thing. If you had literally unlimited funds, you could just say something like, I'd buy, I don't know, maybe just limit it to like one collectible, like one singular collectible. Like what would you buy? Oh yeah, 999 Miles. because that person burned one. True. True. Dude, that was just straight up G. Not giving a fuck. Just burning a $15,000 collectible like nothing. Is it genuinely worth $15,000 right now? Not sure. I mean, you could have floored it for 12 and someone might have scooped it. Econ kickoff attendees get a blue and white logo. Yeah, I think they're still waiting to get them. I know they put them in reserve, but Star Wars and logos, interesting. Miles SR, that's a good call. I'll go to Darths. Wow, Pluto Lenticular passes Goofy SR. Yeah, there's one guy who's stacking like an epic crap ton of those. Did I misspell that? If I type in Goof. Type it. Oh, it's just Goofy. Okay, so Goofy's at 115. And Pluto's at 145, yeah. There's, I know there's like one guy on Twitter, or I've heard someone talk about him through Twitter, where he's like stacking a ton of, I'm thinking he legitimately has hundreds of these. Or like over 1,000 or something like that of these like Plutos, and he's just buying a ton of them. Yeah, dude, in May they were going for 75, now they're at 150. What are you stacking? Not Plutos. That's my first mistake, apparently. I'm not necessarily stacking anything right now. I'm actually trying to kind of aim for... Right now, my main targets, honestly, are Amazing Fantasy 15, Fantastic Four #1, Fantastic Four #5, Common Comics. I haven't pulled the trigger on any of those. If I really wanted to, I could just throw a couple extra bucks in my account, buy them all, be happy with it. But I do think prices will go down a bit more. I'm waiting for a Grail drop, so prices drop a bit more. But right now I'm just kind of having most of my focus on comics. Nothing like really collectible wise or like stacking. I think once I do that though, I might start stacking mostly X-Men stuff because I'm a huge X-Men fan. X-Men's going to be the new MCU thing for hopefully the next like decade. And then hopefully the next decade, you know, TV gets somewhat popular. Someone say Pluto? Oh, it is you, Smarty Pants. Wow, that guy's holding the floor on his own. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, there's someone that says he has a shit ton of Plutos. That's awesome. Yes, sir. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, you're basically like cornering the market. Look at Pluto. I knew it was somebody. Smarty Pants had to speak up. He's like, bro, put some respect on Pluto's name. Put some respect on it. Hell yeah, dude. Since June, dude. Yeah, dude, this thing's been moving. Obviously with some of your help, but yeah, it's cool. Dude, I really think the lenticulars are kind of, they're somewhat getting slept on, especially at some of these prices. Pluto's is a bit high right now, so. But dude, I mean, dude, I remember when they came out, those, that was so cool. And they still are. Like the lenticular effect where they can kind of see like their room and then them. The sound with the music, the gold trim, the signature on the back. Like it literally has everything you can think of. It's like a collector's dream when it has like an actual collectible thing. And Pluto's like really unique. It's a super, super unique character. And like, I can't think of a single person that's like, no, I hate Pluto. Like I can't think of a single person that would say that. There he is. Hey, Smarty. What's up, dude? As soon as I hear Pluto, my ears perked. Like, Pluto? Yeah. Basically, I own 10% of the supply. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah, you probably own more than 10% because usually Veve holds like, what, 90 of these? So, yeah, you're probably just shy of 10%. Like, just shy. Guys, this X-Men comic is very scarce right now. Now price is going up weekly. Let's look at that. I remember that thing topped out at like 55, maybe 60. There it is. Maybe? You not? Heck. Help me. I'm looking for a Pluto. Oh, he's high and he's just gonna get higher. I'll make sure of it. All right. Yeah, the lenticulars they are very super cool. I remember I had the whole set for a long time until the market started really dumping, and there was like other things I wanted. I'm like, all right, I'm selling these. I still have my mini. I still have one of them, I think. Still going on. I thought this thing topped out at like 50 at one point and then like went back down right away. Yeah, dude, that is the one thing I kind of not regret, but I wish I did more of. So I think I showed this before. I actually bought quite a few of these giant size X-Men for cheap. I wish I just bought like 50 of them. These are my comics. Giant size. There it is. I got 5 total. I got an uncommon and a common. And I bought actually quite a few of these for... Let me open each one individually. Let's get to see. I got this one for 14. Got this one for 18. This one for 18. And this one for 13. I wish I bought more. And I remember I actually took the day off of work because there was this drop. And then I think another drop was happening, like a pretty big one on DC on the same day. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take work off because I want to focus. I want to do some sniping and buy this stuff. And I wish I bought more. That's all I can say. And you know what? Actually, I didn't take, I think I took like the first hour off of work. I think I told my boss, I'm like, hey, I'm going to be late. I can't, because like literally right when the drop happens, because I have work at 8:30 and I leave my place at like 8:05. So I usually literally have enough time to like play the drop, play the rebound, snipe for like a minute or at least like the 4 minutes like between the what's it called? The rebound. And like that's it. Then I have to like drive to work or else I'm late and then my boss gets pissed or my manager or whatever. So I think that day at the time I was like, hey, like I'm gonna be late. I have something to do or whatever. I'll be an hour late. Like, okay, yeah, just make it up later this week. So I think this is the one where I was like, I wish I just bought more. I was like, buy, snipe. Wish I bought more. It's kind of like my only regret. And I knew this was popular too. I knew Giant Size X-Men was like a pretty popular comic, but after like watching all the YouTube videos I've watched, like pretty much any comic book collector worth their salt that likes Silver Age comics, like this is like a top 2 comic of that time, at least for Marvel. Like it goes like AF-15, which kind of kicked off like the Silver Age, and then there's that one. Smarty Pants is secretly the voice actor for Pluto. Let's go. Red logos next, Smarty. Yeah, he's like, can you pump my logos? What do you think about Gwen Stacy SR comic price right now? Ooh, let's see. That one is... What's that one? It's probably towards the top. It's actually a pretty actively traded Edge of Spider-Verse too. Yeah, dude, 311. Ooh, dude, that's a huge gap. I mean, if I landed this on drop, I would have sold it around 400. I mean, if I landed on drop, I don't know when I would have sold it. I mean, I could definitely see myself selling it like way too early at like 250, but at the same time, I also could see myself like letting it ride and just wait for it to go back down. I mean, it's kind of nuts how this thing is like, I mean, let's do this. Think of it this way. And I know the mint numbers and all that stuff is a big proponent of it. So let's do secret rare, comics, and then floor price. So right now, Gwen Stacy SR is worth more than first appearance Ghost Rider, first appearance Carnage, first appearance Punisher, Mary Jane. I think I know there's some other good ones, like really good ones here. Scorpion. Oops, did 3 instead of 2. Rogue. Rogue has 7,500 mints, and I think there's how many of this? 188 secret rares, a first appearance of Rogue, and it's worth almost triple the amount. Moon Knight, like these are not like no-namer characters. First appearance of Hobgoblin, Spider-Man 2099. First appearance of Captain America in the Silver Age. Hawkeye. Thanos? Yeah, Thanos. Cosmo? Who cares? Red Goblin? Like, it's just hard to see, like, Gwen Stacy being that. I mean, I know she's, like, the new... Yeah, I know it's, like, the new hotness, but... I don't know. Planet Profit. Yeah, everyone will want lenticular set in Veve verse for sure. Oh, yeah, dude. I would love to own a set. Or at least, like... I don't know. If I had to pick one... I think Donald. Donald would be kind of cool. Did you know how Uncanny X-Men number 64 final count is 215 public editions? Now it's the scarcest... now it's the rarest standalone comic on the app. Oh yeah, that's the airdrop one, right? Like first appearance of Starfire. I forgot what's his name, but yeah, that's like the airdrop that a lot of like the Marvel Unlimited people got. I stack Ultramans too, but not gonna stack logos. But I have all the logos. Let's go. Nice, nice entries. I think those giant size X-Men could have could easily be a couple hundred in a bull run given mint size. I think so too, and I really want to potentially buy more. I'm holding 6 of the Uncanny X-Men 64 comic because I knew it would stay low, and now that promo codes have expired, it's official. Let's go. That's a good call. That's actually really smart to think about the expiration, and once those numbers are finally finalized, then you know. Oh, I was looking at Uncanny X-Men 64. Okay. That one is not a secret, and it's definitely more than 300. Let's do all. I just do this. 60. Come on. Let's do this. Is it on the next page? Am I high? What's going on here? Is it Uncanny 64? Is that what it's called? I don't see it on here. Wasn't even going to go for the Spider-Man 2099 comic, and I just dropped, and I decided I'll buy one right before work started, and that being secret. Dude, let's go. Dude, that was me with Scorpion. I was like, dude, I knew I was going to go for the Scorpion drop. I also got super lucky with the most recent one, like first appearance of like Ultimatum, like the Miles Morales guy. I was like, whatever, I'll go for one. I actually landed an ultra rare, but only sold it for like 18 gems. I was kind of surprised how cheap that thing went. Nice, Austin. Smarty Pants. I got Edge of Spider-Verse 2 SR on drop, and I can't sell yet. Need to wait for a bull run before I sell anything. Gotcha. That's a good call. Fun under the sun. Glad you're on. Happy Friday. Yeah, happy. Dude, I cannot find this. It's 64, but you need to find it in the old school way? Oh my god. What is this? 2021 Veve? Dude, I gotta search through the market. Yeah, give me a sec. It's gonna do this. Bear with me. Veveverse equals games equals bull run equals mass adoption equals collectibles. Let's go. Gotta head out for the night. Thanks for streaming. Of course. Yeah, I'll probably end the stream, I don't know, somewhat soonish. You've actually been streaming for almost 2 hours now. I know it's weird. Interesting. Okay. I've been scrolling down for a minute. Whoops. 64. Hello? Where's this thing? Wait, this is not help. Keeps going to the years. Actually, let me do this. Pound symbol. Still not showing. What the heck? Maybe I haven't gone down far enough. I mean, we have gotten to the point where there's a ton of comics on the app. All right, let's just do this. Store, comics. No. Store, drops. I think we actually gotta go store comics. Brand, uncanny. Way too. I went way too far. Is it under uncanny? Okay, there it is. 70. Dude, I do not see it on here. It was there right before you went back? What? Dude, I don't know, dude. 64. Alright, now you guys are just trolling me. Should be in this order, right? Like, because it was dropped like somewhat recently as an airdrop, right? Shouldn't it be on here? 64. I feel like you guys are just trolling. What are some of your prize collections? Low mints, low scarcity, lull, trust? Trust what? I don't trust you guys. I know chat's always right, but in this scenario, I feel like you guys are just. I know what the comic looks like. It's just I don't know. It's why is this thing invisible in the searches? If what if you guys have it on? What if you guys have it just listed on the market for like 999,000 gems, and it'll appear at the top, and I can find it easy. Sort by Z to A. Okay. Z to A. There it is. That's the one. Sunfire. I thought it was Starfire. It's Sunfire. First appearance of Sunfire. The Japanese mutant known as Sunfires arrived in New York City. 555 gems. Yeah, it's super, super scarce. 1,850 editions. Yeah, that's incredibly rare. Yeah, that's pretty much like what most rare comics are, but usually there's like common, uncommon, ultra rare, secret rare. This is all there is. So yeah, it's a cool looking comic. I actually like the cover a bit. It's just way out of my price range. And yeah, this thing, I'm not sure how popular this is in real life. I don't think this is like a Grail comic, but I feel like this would be like a minor key or something. Yeah, it's super. There's only 18 on the market, 1850 editions, but I'm wondering if that's how many were actually claimed. Floor starts at 550, sort by ZDA, super rare. He's right, it's not in store comics or search. You gotta scroll through the entire market or just flip it upside down. What's up, Veve Vegas? How you doing? 1850, but it's actually only 250. Yeah, or 215. Yeah, good call. I mean, how much has this gone up? Just copy paste. What has this been doing? So it's more than rare. Yeah, this thing is less than secret rare status. It's the same secret rare number that you would have. It's actually less. Oh yeah, this thing started high, 77, went down to 5, went up to 650, it's at 550. Yeah, I mean, the chart's looking good. That's super scarce. Basically a secret rare, but it's only a common. There's 215. There's actually less than I think what would typically be in a normal secret rare. Enjoy the night vibes, fam? Yeah, dude, this is a very scarce comic. I'll have to find a way to get Pro. Need to upgrade to access auction details so you can actually see like auctions that are coming up. Alarm set. What an alarm is. Actually, I haven't done anything. I haven't done too much on this app. I do know you have to put in like either $100 worth of ecomi Or no, it's like, what is it? I think it's like 200 in Omi or 100 in like VMate tokens or something weird. I just don't know what this alert would do. You need to upgrade to premium to see mint or price alarms. Interesting. I'm not sure what a price alarm would do. Is it just like when it goes up? Or like when the price changes? I'm not entirely sure. And I didn't know VMate was in London. Interesting. At least that's what they're based out of. I'll have to check out some of this stuff. I feel like I don't really look at the stuff, and it seems like they're kind of like, I know Veve's kind of tweeted about this, about VMate before, so they're kind of like an official partner now, which is nice to know. Yeah, they could definitely flesh out some aspects of it. I know this is also like the app version, like there's no like desktop version of this yet. So this is like what it looks like. It's just a zoomed in mega version of what the app looks like, at least like on your phone. Some cool features I like to have. That's why I might check out cherry charts too. I think the ability to like look at charts and like layer them against like other collectibles and stuff would be super cool. If you just put like 150 bucks worth of Omi in your MetaMask and let VMate check that it's there, you'll get pro activated. Okay. I don't think I have my Omi on like MetaMask exactly. Let's see comic options. That's why I use it. Dude, comic options are clutch because as of right now, there's zero way to catch comic options. It's comic auctions. Yeah, because if you go to the market, you go down here. Interesting. It doesn't even have it on the desktop. Desktop doesn't even have auctions. You have to go on your app to actually find auctions. So it's even harder to find them. Interesting. Did anyone go all in on the first appearance of Tony Stark's dad? What's his name again? It was like Robert or Howard Stark. There it is. 60 gems for a secret rare. Howard Stark. 240. All right, guys. Probably hang it up here in a little bit unless you guys have any questions or anything you guys want me to check out. Cool stream. Actually, I'm surprised I actually went for 2 hours. Usually, originally I thought I was going to go for like an hour, maybe hour and a half. But you guys definitely kept it interesting in the chat. Brought up some good ideas. I think my next little project, something I want to do, I've said it like 10 times before, is kind of start doing some like indexes. It's kind of hard to check the prices of everything and every individual collectible. But if we look at something like, I don't know, like if I did an index of like the Hulk drops, like if I get both Hulk, eventually we get like all 4 Hulks and like all that stuff. Like there'll be like a Hulk index, and then there'll be like a Star Wars index, and then one for Silver Age comic index, where you can basically all essentially just track the percentage of increase they've done over the last week or whatever, and kind of just give like a general amount that it's been going up and down. It's so hard to just focus and like look at all these like random comics and collectibles and all that stuff individually. Sometimes people just want to see what the trend is going and just like this group of collectibles or maybe the season of collectibles in general. I was able to snipe a not brand SR for literally $1.60 because of the auctions feature in VMate. It's ridiculous the deals that appear there and no one knows about. Yeah, it's probably because there's not a ton of people on the VMate app for that are like premium. So yeah, that's a really good call. Yeah, maybe I'll have to get into that. But that's a good call. Yeah, getting one for $1.60. That's one thing about doing like comic auctions. That's kind of scary. Comic auctions is scary because it's so hard to find. But if we're talking about like collectible auctions, I mean those are so easy to find on your app. It's pretty straightforward for the most part. So Hamoon, what's up, vibes? This is a long time ago. Yeah, I'm actually about to get off soon. I've been streaming for about a little over 2 hours now, so sorry to kind of hop off right when you're hopping on, but yeah, I was just kind of curious. I mean, is anyone gonna go for this raw English drop? Is that tomorrow? No, it's in like a day and a half, so it's gonna be on Sunday, this drop. Is anyone going for this? I'm probably gonna hard pass on this. To be quite frank, for 25 gems, like I'd rather buy you know, like 3 rare comics that are like 7-8 gems each, and then buy this. Wonder which one is going to be the most expensive. I mean, they're all the same rarity. I feel like the Mischief, I think this one, Grin. It's either going to be this one or the Eyes. Either the Eyes or the Grin. I feel like the Grin might get the most because that's like the iconic like mouth, like skull mouth thing that Ron English typically does. So this one might go for the most. Then like this eyeball one might be like the second most, followed by this. But we'll see. I need a Pennywise one. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Is it Pennywise or is it technically Ronald McDonald on like bath salts and using 2 ties? Eyeballs. Yeah, we'll see. If I had to guess, I think this is gonna go. I think this one. I think this one's gonna go for the most. The one with the grin. Because that mouth, like skull mouth thing, is the iconic mouth thing. Hey Moon, happy Saturday, dude! Thank you so much for that. Would you rather have Miles Morales collectible SR or AF-15 SR and sell in 5 years? Comic. To be quite frank. Happy Saturday. I say the comic because, dude, that's tough. I want to say the comic in 5 years, like assuming Veve really takes off. AF-15 is kind of like undeniably the grail of all grails when it comes to like Marvel comics. Like it is the top tier. Like it's unquestionable. You have the top tier of the top tier comic in an already established community. And Kryptoni, dude, thank you so much for the $5. Definitely going to go for the Ron English drop. $25, why not? Thanks for the stream, bro. And dude, my collectibles, dude, everyone's jumping in now. Yo, Vibes! What's up? But if I had to pick one, I think I'd have more fun, obviously, with the Miles Morales SR, because you do like AR and do all this cool stuff, and like the community around it is awesome. But dude, AF-15 SR, I would probably pick the AF-15 SR, because like I said before, it's the undeniable grail of all comics. It's the #1. Like if we're just talking all comics in general, it's the #1. So with Miles Morales, like yeah, it's the #1 like Spider-Man, but is it like the #1 collectible on the app? Is it the #1? Like who knows, right? As of right now, it's definitely up there. And I guess in a weird way, like there's just like no competition for AF-15. Like if there's people that want comics, it is the top tier thing. But if we're talking about Miles Morales, like the collectible, there's a lot of competition. Some people might want to spend their money on Star Wars or Vader instead, or they might want to buy you know, Todd or whatever else in addition to that, you know, buy those things instead of Miles Morales SR. When it comes to comics, it's like if someone just wants to buy comics and they want to buy the most expensive thing, like AF-15 is the best. Evening friends, that MC impression was too accurate. I've hung out with MC enough to do impressions. I'm a little too tired tonight to do it, but maybe one day we'll I'll do some impressions of him or something like that. But yeah, we looked at the market. I don't know, maybe who was it? Smarty Pants. I think you might have convinced me to get the premium version on VMate. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I really hate to run off, but like I'm actually pretty tired. I've been streaming for over 2 hours now. And it's also getting kind of hot in my room. Like my room actually has the worst ventilation. I have like one AC vent and like the little thermostat that like obviously detects the temperature is like too far away from where my room is, and I have to keep my door closed unless my roommate wants to hear me just like yelling and shouting in my room across the whole apartment. So I have to keep it closed, and I'm just like, my computer runs decently hot, especially after 2 hours with live streaming and all that stuff. So it can kind of heat up, but awesome. Yeah, I'll probably be, we'll see. I'll definitely stream at least one more time between like now and end of day Sunday. Like I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow and Sunday, or like just Sunday or just Saturday. It just depends on what I got going on. But yeah, Crazy Dan, Fun of the Sun, my collectibles, Delco Dude, Justin, Coral, Hamoon, Kryptoni, dude, thank you so much, guys. You guys take care. Please double and triple check all of your listings before you list them, or else you screw yourself over. It's been so long, I forgot how to do that intro. Double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over. All right. You guys take care, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right.